Can Vito's Interceptor break invisible abilities? That's what I'll be showing you in this video, as well as a bunch of other things, like what happens if you get ISO altered while in evolution, does Vito still get scanned while in his ultimate, and what happens if you smoke off Vito's Interceptor. I can guarantee you'll learn something new about Vito just by watching this video, so make sure you stick around until the end because you don't want to miss anything. First and foremost, let's clarify which abilities actually work against Vito's ultimate, called evolution. As I'm sure we've all seen by now, Razor's ultimate does absolutely nothing towards him. And the key reason for that is because it is considered a projectile and more of a damage dealing ability rather than an actual weapon. Then on the other hand, the weapon-based abilities, ones that are actually weapons, so that's going to be things like Jet's knives, Neon's ultimate, and Chamber's gun, will still kill Vito. We'll see here again, I'll get Vito to ultimate like so, get out Chamber's gun, and because it is an actual gun and not a damage dealing ability, if that makes sense, it will still kill him. What is the range on Interceptor? So how far away can it actually break abilities from? Right now we're just outside 20 meters away. Let's activate the Interceptor and then place a flash down. You can see over 20 meters away, it doesn't break anything, but if I do a flash a little bit closer, it does get broken. So I feel pretty comfortable saying that it is a 20 meter cutoff on the range of this. So as soon as you throw it too close, it will get broken. Oh, that is sort of interesting though. The first part of Yori's flash doesn't get broken, but as soon as it appears, it definitely does. That means you could throw it past and then flash it, for example. Okay, well that didn't quite work, but you get the idea. The first part of Yori's flash doesn't get broken, but the second part does. Interesting. How quickly can you activate Interceptor? I think it's important to highlight just how reactive this ability can be. Obviously, you do have to have it placed down at first to then activate it, but the actual activation itself is almost immediate. In fact, like if I get this Yoru to place down a flash, I can react to it after it has bounced and still destroy it. So he places it, I press E after it has bounced, and you can see it still activates fast enough to destroy it. So you can keep it active, wait until you hear the utility actually come out of the choke point, then activate Interceptor and it will still break it. Can Interceptor be smoked off? So I'm going to have it right there. Now obviously if it's active and I throw out a metal, it gets broken. But if I throw a smoke in that corner and then throw the metal, it won't see it outside of the smoke. So if you hear that there, or if the Vito places it in a bad spot where you would normally smoke, you can actually smoke it off and throw abilities past with no problem. Can Interceptor break smokes? Now this is going to be an important one, and I think it's just going to come down to, it depends on what type of smoke it is, but let's see some of the different interactions here. So that is now active. Let's throw a Viper wall. Doesn't seem like anything happens, but if we throw a Viper orb, that will immediately get deleted. Then let's look with Harbor, for example. His wall, nothing happens. His cascade, nothing happens. His cove, okay, his cove gets deleted before it even lands on the ground. Now let's see if I put the cove down and then activate it. Okay, so you saw that it does actually shoot the cove even if it is activated as the shield. Omen doesn't work, as you can see there. Obviously Brim and Clove's smokes can't be stopped, but then Jet's smoke, as you can see, will get immediately deleted because it is a projectile that has like a real world hitbox and can get blocked by players. How loud is Vito's crosscard? Now this one is less of a myth and more of a let's just understand how this ability actually works. But I'm going to stand in the middle and see if there is a distinct sound difference between when he leaves and teleports versus when he appears from his teleport. So I'll turn up the sound here and let's see. So you can definitely tell there were two separate sound cues, one for where he leaves and one for where he lands. To do one last test here, I believe the cutoff range from his teleport and being able to hear it is roughly 42 meters. So you can see right there, he teleported right in front of me from 42 meters away and I didn't hear either sound cue. But if I'm 41 meters away and he teleports, you can hear both of them right there. So roughly 41 to 42 meters away is how far away you can hear this ability from. Does Interceptor break Omen's blind? Let's just go ahead straight away and see. Activate this Interceptor, throw the blinds, and no. But what's also interesting is that it does get the blinded effect right there. Okay, so now that gets me thinking, can you actually blind the Interceptor from outside that 20 meter range and then get other abilities through? So we'll activate the Interceptor, throw out the TP, and then blinds. You can see it's blinds, and it does actually look like you can blind it again from outside that 20 meter range. So I'll try this one more time here, activate that, then that, blinds. And yeah, you can definitely blind it. The same would work with near sights, I imagine. Although I can't test Omen with just two people, but you can see there, it is possible to blind the Interceptor. Now this one is going to be interesting. What happens if two Vitos use Interceptor at the exact same time? So you can see we'll place both of them like so. Now they're not activated yet, so they can just exist, nothing happens, but then I'll get both of them to press E at the exact same time, and Interceptor will kill another Interceptor. Now I believe this is basically just going to be a ping thing. It's pretty hard to get them to activate at the exact same time in particular, but you can see right there, one Vito's Interceptor will kill another one, and it's just going to come down to whoever activates it first. How many abilities can Interceptor destroy at once? Now right around this corner, I have all of Kildra's utility, and I don't think he'll go too well using Interceptor on attack, but just for the sake of seeing how many abilities it can destroy at once, let's throw this out and activate it instantly. That seemed to kill all of them at the same time to me. You can see it shot out like 4 things at the same time. And then in the trailer as well, we actually see it break like 3 things at once. So you won't be able to overwhelm the Interceptor with lots of utility. For tankier things though, it does seem like it'll take longer to kill that specific ability. That leads me into the next question as well, which is if the Interceptor can destroy invisible abilities, because obviously Kildra's nanoswarms, you can't see them from a certain distance away. So let's see, if I put it this far away and activate it, it will destroy the turret, but it won't destroy those abilities there. So even if I place it a little bit closer and activate it, you can see it didn't kill either of those nanoswarms. But if we place down a turret in its range, it will kill the turret, but it won't destroy invisible abilities unless they go very close and it's like within the range you can see it. So for example, if I place it down right here and then activate it, it will destroy it because it's within that range where it's visible. So that means then, for example, on Yoru, if Vito puts the Interceptor up too high in the sky or too far away from the choke point, I'll get him to activate it, but then you can see you can still put a teleport underneath it because it is too far away. But then let's say, for example's sake, it's right in its path. If it goes too close, it will get destroyed, but if it can't be seen, it won't get broken. Can you use crosscut while moving? I feel like this one is pretty important to test, and it is a key difference to something like Chamber's TP or Yoru's TP. So you can see I've got my teleport up there, I'm in range. If I'm just jumping around strafing, you can see that I can teleport mid-air. So if I jump off something high like this, you can still teleport like that. So for example, on a map like Abyss, you can do similar to Yoru, where you jump off the map and then teleport back up. Can you use Vito's crosscut in the buy phase? Now I'll make sure I turn off the infinite abilities for this one. But yeah, similar to something like Chamber's TP, you can use it in the buy phase, teleport towards it, and then actually pick it back up to get the charge back. It is still used. You can see there on the ability bar, it's yellow and used, but you can put it back here and then, you know, place it back down, get a kill, and then TP out. You probably wouldn't put it there, but you get the idea. Now, how loud is Vito's chokehold? This is his trap ability, and I wanted to see how aware you're going to be. Like, you know, if you're coming around a corner and it's on flank watch, will you actually know that it's there? Look at him to throw it down like so. We know it's right there. And now that it's activated, it is really, really loud. So getting close to it, you know, seems like within 10 meters, you will hear this trap. Yeah, any closer than 10 meters, you will hear it and know it's there. So you can pretty easily just break it like so. You can also bait it pretty easily. How loud is Vito's Interceptor? Obviously, a key part of this ability and playing against it is going to know where it is. So let's understand some of the different sound cues. So to make this easier, I'll get him to place it on the grounds. You can hear it placed. And we'll see, we'll ping it there. Even through walls. 15 meters away, you can hear it. 20 meters away, you can still hear it very faintly. So I'm 21 meters right now, and I can very faintly hear it. But if I go outside 21 meters, I can no longer hear it, even if I have line of sight. But now if I'm outside that range and he activates it, there is a much louder sound when he activates it. And then you can see when it is continued to be active, I'm like over 20 meters away right now, and it's still very loud and obvious that it is there. So you can see I'll even get him to place it all the way up there and activate it. Again, you can hear that from so far away. So even when it's just not active yet and passively ready to go, you will know from anywhere within 20 meters when you're about to hit the site, you will know this ability is there. And again, it is going to be especially obvious when it is actually active and ready to destroy your abilities. How does the healing from evolution actually work? So we'll use his ultimate right here, and you do get a combat sim, so you don't move any faster actually, but you are definitely going to shoot faster. As you can see right there, that feels really fast that you shoot. And then you also get healing. So if I take some fall damage here, all the way down to 6 health, and after not taking damage for a few seconds, you can see that is how quickly you will heal there. So you heal while out of combat. So if I get shot, actually let's go get shot. Like if I get shot, I'm not going to immediately heal while in the gunfight, but if I take cover, you will pretty quickly get that health back. No shields, so you don't regain shields, just health. What happens if you use evolution into an ISO ultimate? Normally, you know, ISO ult just abducts you and takes you into another dimension, But if you are Vito and you use your ultimate,
It's you and me.
ISO ultimate simply cannot target you at all. Okay, so it might not actually be possible to react to it like I thought you could. So you saw at the start, if you already have it active, you will definitely dodge his ultimate. But if you try and react to it, I don't think you can be fast enough to dodge Ice's ultimate. You have to use it in advance. Does evolution block teammates' abilities too? So I'm in my ult here right now. Obviously, I'll get Breach to ult me. And this is my teammate's ability, and it doesn't hit me whatsoever. So I'm assuming that'll be the same thing if he blinds me. So if we've got a Breach blinds coming through here as well, completely unaffects me. All of your teammates' abilities, it seems like they won't phase you while you're in this ultimate. So that could be good to just run in with your Breach ult instead of running behind it. Does Vito still get scanned in his evolution? So we know he can't get affected by status effects. So for example, if I were to try and KO knife him, he just wouldn't get suppressed. He would still have his abilities. But do you still get the recon information from this ability in general? So we'll throw that there. And no, at least for KO knife, he doesn't get hit by it at all. So you don't even know that he's there. Now let's try with Sky Flash. We know he can't get blinded, but do you still get the information? No. So you don't even hear that he is there with the Sky Flash either. This one will be really interesting. We'll try Fade Seize. No, it doesn't even get scanned by like Silver Dart and Fade Eye. Does Prowler even latch onto him? Okay, so the sort of drones that latch onto things like Fade's Prowler and I would assume Razor's Boombot, Wingman can latch onto him and find where he is, but he won't take their effect. Like he won't get damaged by a Boombot and he won't get nearsighted by a Prowler. Later today or tomorrow, I will do a video on every single ability in the game versus Vito's Interceptor and every single ability in the game versus Vito's evolution to see some of those interactions there, so keep an eye out for that one.